waiting for the Final Fantasy Rebirth, but towards these people, Nomura-san, in terms of the Final Fantasy Rebirth, can you explain what kind of storyline it has? Sorry, I didn't think you were going to ask me. You have to keep your attention at all times. As
Attention at
Nomura
all
mentioned
times.
earlier, the mystery at the end. If you play this Rebirth, I think you'll be able to see the big picture. So you'll see this. In the original,
He's talking about
so
it.
after fleeing from Midgar, you come into this big world and you visit various cities and places, and the real travel adventure of Cloud and his fellows starts.
The real travel begins here. Okay.
And in that, in the trailer up to now, we haven't really shown it very clearly, but in the places they go through, there will be many characters and encountering various characters, and there's a drama in those areas. For those who play the original, would ponder whether that character's going to come back. I'm sure some of you may be worried or concerned, but almost, I think we've covered all. So there are various characters with impact that who have not come along, so I want you to be stay tuned. I think.
Huh? Okay. Okay, so what? Because I'm trying to understand it, like maybe.
The area that you would be most concerned is the difference of from the original.
Yeah, the Japanese trailer is different, chat.
Really?
Within
They
the main
literally
story,
capture the Japanese trailer with different footage.
Is covering the original as it prolongs. And as you mentioned in the previous last,
What's different between the Japanese trailer and the
there's
American
something
trailer?
that is added. So it's original plus the rebirth, new story, which will kind of come along and duplicate, which is basically the story. So what you just saw, some of you may have realized, but is Gion
Gion?
from Gold Saucer. So we also have Kilie, who appeared in the previous one. And this person, who is this person? Again, is a question mark and is an.
Are they talking about the cloaked figure, or are they talking about like the muscly man that was at the Golden Saucer?
Interesting point. So I think various characters come up very quickly. The weapon did not appear in the original, so
The weapon. Oh wait. The weapon didn't originally appear like that. The person in the vat of energy, like the weapon didn't originally appear. This weapon.
is an interesting point. So I think this is something where you want to kind of deep dive. So that was it.
Like the weapon wasn't originally part of it. Okay.
So first, the field is kind of really vast. There's a lot of things I'm so curious. So I'd like to ask all of it, but from here we would like to have Hamaguchi-san to ask about the content and explain the content of Rebirth. So for this stage, I'm sure you're all concerned, but how the world map exploration element is, I'm sure you're all interested. So what I've done is that it's going to be a 30-minute stage for me.
30-minute stage?
I would like to provide the new information as well as the video of the new game, and would like to give these clues to you. So if you have any questions, you're always free to ask. But before I start, there is one thing about this day is that this time around, I'm going to show you the content of the game in a very compact, so it's just a special version from the original, so it's slightly different from the original, and currently it's still in the process of production, so it might be that it's not in perfection in some parts, but please be aware of that.
I've assembled a catcher's position to just absorb.
The screen to the video.
What? Oh! Oh! Ah!
Let's go, dude! Oh my god! Oh my god!
So
I need 8K footage right now!
he needs 20K footage right now. Jeez. So we're really going into the experience of like jumping into the world, because right now it's if I'm hearing it correctly, and I know this video is sped up, we're going into the first 30 minutes of like what the game's gonna actually look like in terms of exploration.
Land area. So Cloud have fled from Midgard
Spoilers!
and are going to the south of Midgard in the grassland area, and they're staying in a town.
Start
in a
counting the
place
meters,
called
chat. Start counting them.
Shinra have heard that the Avalanche are staying there, so are
Dude.
and are
Oh my
escaping
oh
from
my
Cloud.
god.
Okay.
So in terms of
It's so
the,
beautiful. The windmills,
yeah. So
the planes, the
the
birds.
map characterizes is how we show. And in the previous promotion, the reason why we show this was that meaning. So this is the field. Wow, wow, this is the field. Is this the field? What's this? So it's in this field that the world map, we have it as one space, and within that we have this grassland area and other areas, and within that area there's towns as well as dungeons that are in a seamless as a big world map.
Seamless?
Seamless, boys. No loading.
So it's like an
Oh,
open
that's
world.
so good.
So it's like a very flexible free world.
Cause like in this, cause like if I remember correctly, like in the playthrough of the last like game, like it was fairly like locked in regions, but there was like this tiniest bit of like loading screens here and there because you were going from one section of the map to the other. But here they're saying like to transition from that dungeon into the plains and back into a city and into a plane and into a dungeon, then plane, then city, it's gonna be seamless. Like it's not gonna like there's gonna be no loading screen required. That's gonna be good.
You're able to go through the lands which are connected, and you're able to feel directly the Final Fantasy.
The ship you see take off. Those are those big fat ships you see take off from Junon.
They're leaving. Does it mean that they're leaving Junon right now?
Dude, Hamaguchi is delivering so much. Dude, every single time this guy talks, everything he shows.
So realistic. I was wondering how you're going to create this field. We made it. Without making it, I think all the fans waiting for the remake will not be satisfied, so we made this happen. Fantastic. These areas, you have all the areas surrounding all the planet that is so beyond description. You'd like to go everywhere. Now they are ready to start, and in this title you can go various
Okay.
places of the world map as well as
Oh my
the
God.
continent as you'd like. This time I like to show you how you can switch.
He's
the
gonna
various
play it.
numbers, and you can switch from the command pane. You don't have to use VHS.
Oh
You don't need that from VHS.
You don't have to
Not
what?
necessary. So it's so modern.
All right,
You can use
confirmed.
Smartphones to
It's
switch
not that
parties.
big.
And
Confirmed.
the game,
Okay.
It wasn't as crazy as we expected. We saw it.
we'd like to
Confirmed.
So the map isn't
It's
okay. So
big,
the
but it's-
region. Okay, so the impression was you're technically still on the same continent that Midgar is on. However, it's not as worldwide as you'd expect. So the next game may be the game that contains the airships and like overseas travel. Okay.
Not insane.
And in terms of distance, about 1 kilometers or so, you'll be walking in that direction. So I'd like to give some explanation.
Still
walking
huge.
along the
Like,
road
it's still
in front of you,
massive,
you see
but
some
it
enemies
wasn't,
in front of
like,
you, so we'd like to explain
obscene.
the battle system. This time the battle system we have a synergy.
Synergy. Okay.
There's a synergy ability and synergy skill. First I'd like to start with a synergy skill. Crowd is utilizing the power from Aerith, and Tifa uses
I love it how
power
it's the
from
same enemies as the OG
power
game
from
here.
Aerith and try to conduct a
Oh my gosh, he's just like juggling him in the air.
Looking at, dude.
God,
So
burst.
combination attacks, these actions and technical, a synergy can be utilized. You do not have to use ATBs, so you can use this while ATB gauge is filling up. This is
Didn't I
something
play this version? Hell no, dude. The thing we played was a super small area outside of Junon. That
A
was it.
small area? Okay.
ATB gauge fills up. Yes, you can use combination attacks. And
This is not playable anywhere to the public.
Okay. That's pretty nice.
Every Tifa combination was shown, but we have every combination of every party member for the synergy skills. So please learn every combination and synergy skills as you'd like. You picked various items on the field. Yes, there are so many items. field, and some of you have played this on a trial, but there's a crafting or item transmutation system. Is that
Transmutation
Whoa, dude, there's
system?
way more card
There's
game
so
decks.
much stuff.
Various items.
Oh, dude.
Enemy reports, upgrade weapons, magic, card game deck. The minigame for a deck builder game. Okay, battle settings. Crafting.
Dude, there's way more card game decks.
Gather various items. And
There
you
was
can
a billion
craft
more
or
options in the
transmute
left than there
various
was in what we
items. You can
played.
use potions.
Okay,
There was
that's pretty cool.
A ton more shit.
Doing so, you can create various items, and when you become more mature, a defense gear or armor equipment, or you can reinstate your gears. And this can be used from the start to the end of the game. Please use this item transmutation or crafting function. Oh,
Okay.
it's something we saw in the previous title.
Did they say they can use it for armor?
Armor,
Many people
okay.
love this kind of thing. That's true. Please pick everything on the field. And then I'd like to ask you to explore in the field. So there's so many wide field areas.
Okay.
You can go.
This
You can
is insane,
go
bro.
anywhere.
And
Look
also
at
you
all
can
like the
climb up
depth
to
that the map
hill
has. It's not flat at
and
all.
mountains. There are so
It's
many
rocky like an actual like
in this
place.
title. Oh, you can move very
It's
freely
so
compared to the
like
previous title.
dynamic. It's
There's more
huge.
You can pet the rabbits too, maybe.
You can see some animals walking around.
Yeah, I noticed the bunnies when I was playing
Yeah,
around
so
Junon.
Everybody loves this Shinra boxes. You can identify Shinra boxes. Everybody would like to slash.
So the
those Shinra
chocobo leads you
boxes, so
to-
please slash them off.
Bus stops, which are checkpoints.
In addition to that, as you are walking, there's a very small chocobo, and you can follow the chocobo. And
You're gonna miss it if you. You're gonna. It's easy to miss the
you
chocobos.
can see some signposts.
I think too. Why is there a leaf butt?
Yeah, they confirmed a card game in interview earlier today. The game has a card game called like Queen's Blood or something like
Queen's
that.
blood. Okay.
And from the more
Like-
perspective, this chocobo will be very delighted to see. It's so cute.
You literally get gear for your chocobo that changes your chocobo stats and races if you follow these guys around.
Mm.
It's so smart.
Some reaction to this chocobo.
And you can pet him.
So cute. And depending on the area, the reactions may vary.
I can't believe what I'm looking at, dude. I can't believe they're actually showing this
And you can
much.
use this as a fast
There's.
travel
Okay, so it's already been explained that there's more information.
Oh, fantastic adventures. But this is different. Oh,
This is goofy. I'm gonna
Cla-
throw this,
Using cushions.
this hemorrhoid pad.
and in the wild months, the benches are so
It's
old
cr-
and dirty.
It's
so you-
crazy
My ass
that
is
Cloud's
itchy.
trying to.
I think
Cloud
you
just
would
wants to
like
be
use this
clean.
if you'd like to sit on that
So
bench.
That's the
Kitchens are tense.
least of his worries.
So
So the cool part is that you can make 3 customized like parties and hot swap them at any
You
point
can
on
hot
the field
swap
without
it.
going into
Okay.
the menu. So if you see that there's aerial enemies in front of you, you can swap to a party that has Barrett in it.
for the near range attack,
Okay.
you can, show various special
You know what?
moves,
It'd be so nice to hot swap it. Yeah, like the convenience of like swapping between
Dude,
parties is
Hamaguchi
really
is
good.
loving this shit right now. He finally gets to show people what he's been working on for like 5
This is
years.
very powerful and
Oh, geez, that spell.
useful move status trait.
Jeez.
Finally get to show people all this crazy stuff we've been doing.
Vengeance gauge. When you protect or guard the attacks of enemies, you can.
He has a
take charge of
30-minute
vengeance.
demonstration for this shit, dude.
When
30
you
minutes.
feel that you can.
That's
go
pretty
into
rad.
the Vengeance mode with the special abilities you can use in that state. It's not that Red 13 can just go.
Whoa, I didn't do that. Oh
Ooh,
my
you
god.
can do that?
Guard the attacks
Okay.
of enemies, then you can use very special mode. Red
I didn't-
13, and you
I didn't originally watch the previous video regarding the combat. I didn't watch before, but to watch this now is a more definitive edition of what Max didn't get to play. That's pretty cool.
counter that is very refreshing.
Are they showing too much? Dude, they're showing like 1/30th of the game.
They're showing like a
They're showing
fraction.
Like, you think this is a lot? Though FF7's world is huge. There are so many points of interest across the whole planet that it's crazy, and we're seeing most of them in this game when it eventually comes out.
And Aerith's dress like floats like a proper dress.
And you can swim
That's so cool.
in the river. You can swim in the river or in the ocean, maybe legendary, the submarine material. Not just swimming, you can climb up ropes, or you can use wire hooks. There are so many.
Wire
You're
hooks?
given
Dude,
tools?
what the shit?
There's tools?
So what is that? You potentially unlock tools that give you access to certain
Other
parts of the map that you
places.
can revisit.
It allows you to backtrack to other places too. That's so dope.
That's the point of that. Like, we can go back and we can. Oh, we couldn't get there before. Now we can. We like some literal friggin' like Castlevania shit.
That's pretty nice.
Which was the way FF7 worked.
And like that's in
We're
the
already at
same
Chocobo
vein.
Farm.
That's like in the same vein of like old school like RPGs. Like it was considered padding at the time, but to live in the world properly back then, they would pad out the content by like, hey, you see this treasure, you want this treasure, you want this, you can't get it until a later part of the game, and that would include like at some point in time you have the tools, the wires, the flippers, like you would in Zelda, or in this case the wire, like they said, like, hey, you want to reach this cliff, you're gonna come back later with the wiring, with like wire grapple hook to pull yourself up there, like to give you more tools to explore the world. It's gonna make you live in here longer than you want to leave it. This can be good.
Tell when you play the original version, you can see. So we are going to Chocobo Ranch.
Oh my god, I want to hear the music so bad.
Swamplands. Everybody loves Chocobo Ranch, and he's the Bill, Chocobo Bill. I will ignore him this time.
Ignore him this
story.
time.
But you can meet him here. Yes, just to show a glimpse of him.
Oh my god.
Now we are here.
Chocobo
And
Jim.
we here
Chocobo Jim.
would like to rent Chocobo so that we can go to Swamplands. And in this title, Chocobo offers the various characteristics. Some Chocobos can climb up a hill, or some Chocobo can fly in the sky, or
Dude, this
some
game is
Fly.
too much.
they go over
It's too much. I don't.
the water or sea at a very high speed, and you can use a Chocobo
I can't believe
to
it.
go various places. That is one of the uniqueness of this title. And this Billy, Chocobo Billy, when you
Chocobo
Here's the thing,
Billy.
you think they're showing too much,
remember a Chocobo some,
but them showing stuff doesn't deny that other things won't be there. So if they're willing to show this much, how
Okay.
much more is there?
be detailed about in this
Because
title,
obviously
and this
devs don't want you to see everything.
Chocobo Billy is very
You know?
important character in this
They
title.
want things to be
I see.
surprises. So how much more is there?
And that's a
Man.
good thing too, because like I can hear the complaints of the community that's talking, like, please don't spoil it. I don't want to. I want to experience it for myself. No, like this is far from an actual spoiler, because it's kind of like it's giving you a taste of what you can have. So okay, so it's gonna show you, oh, Chocobo Jimmy, Chocobo Billy, and on top of that, yes, you see this. And there's still more. You see this. You see the plains. You see the beautiful landscapes. You see how the combat is, and there's more. There's more that you can explore. It's don't worry if you don't like these kind of spoilers, then just wait. Wait until the release date. Then otherwise, for those of you who want to better appreciate what's gonna go on, he got to. Like Max said, he is finally able to show off what he worked on for 5 years, and it's a matter of pride. Hey, you're seeing this, right? And there's more content that I made for you. There's no DLC, so you get to. There's no dessert. There's no secret menu. There's no secret item. There's this. Enjoy. Stay as long as you want, because I worked so hard for you to have this. Like, this is just a fraction.
Answer is probably a shit ton.
Yes. And now we are now trying to rent the Chocobo, but we were asked to catch a Chocobo who.
Damn, look at the lighting change.
Now we are going to catch a Chocobo. In the original version, do you remember how we catch Chocobo?
Cloud's hair.
He's making fun of his hair.
It's very Chocobo-like, yeah.
Monsters out from Chocobo, right? Yes, that is correct. Yes, that reminded me. Yes. good memory. And in this title, how we are going to get Chocobo is something I'd like to show you.
So this is an
next.
entire mechanic. How the hell does this work?
Thank you.
Damn.
And
Choco Chick is
she's
cute.
Kiloway, sister of Chocobo Billy. Now,
Are we gonna? So they said that there's like a system, like an actual mechanic in the game to capture chocobos.
I thought it was always
greens. You just needed greens.
yeah. You just needed the greens to feed them. That's it, right?
That is the homage we've made. I remember that, yes. In the original version, that was some symbolic, but in this title, you can see the actual footprints here. It's so real, and you should follow and track.
There's proper footprint.
Oh,
There's
this is
proper
great,
footprints to
dude.
track. Okay. There's proper
Actually,
tracks.
what's happening in the
Okay.
title. You should follow the chocobo footprints in this manner, and as you walk in the world map, you can identify chocobo footprints, and you can trace them back so that you can move forward, and then you can meet a bunch of chocobo groups.
In the original. So yeah, we found Chocobo. So let's go and capture Chocobo. So how do you think that we're going to capture Chocobo? in this
Okay.
one? Using a net? Using a net, right? So let's actually try it out.
Okay, it's gonna like, it's gonna hold your hand.
Wrestle it, Cloud.
We're going to capture
Tell me you're
That's gonna be
gonna
so
wrestle it,
good.
please.
Please,
Tell
just
me you're
jump
gonna
on it like a
literally jump on
cowboy.
it like you're. There's a system where you can jump on it like it's a bull.
That's gotta. That has to be what you're supposed to do.
Tell me you have
Just
to
climb
wrangle
on
like
it.
It's a wild horse.
That makes like for them to show you like, hey, I'm gonna jump on this chicken, and I'm gonna ride it until sunset and sunrise. To the mechanic to properly like capture, tame. You don't get that experience. I don't remember that. That wasn't an experience I got to have back in 15, where it's closer to this. I don't know about 16 yet because I want to play it on PC. But for you to just get the opportunity to wrestle a chicken, to feed it until it likes you, that's pretty cool. To show the mechanic is
Chocobo not looking at you, so we said that there are Chocobo with various capabilities, but it's coming to become more and more difficult. So when it becomes a red Chocobo, it's going to be difficult.
A
But
red
even if you
Chocobo?
fail, you can retry. There's no penalties. I want you to make a lot of opportunities. So you want to move when Chocobo's not looking. And where you see it over there is Pico, is the Chocobo you want to catch this time around. It's very careful.
Okay.
It's hiding, but I
There's
think
a
they will
sneaky
realize
mechanic?
good
It's gonna.
stuff.
You're gonna be.
Thing. I don't. I know this is a demo, but I'm gonna ruin this.
Very cute, but staring at you.
So yeah, you
right?
guys feeling the Horizon
So in this
influences or
case, you
what?
want to throw a stone
Yeah.
so
The
that you're
this
able
the
to
influence of
direct
just
So
like,
you
hey,
distract the chocobo with a rock.
of course
Nice
with
throw,
a rock.
Cloud.
stone, you're able to divert.
You throw
the
a
view. So
fat
this
ass
is the
rock.
kind of
That's like this
thing
a boulder.
you
You
go
come from behind and you wrangle it.
You get on. And this is like when a cat feels safe when you grab. Chocobo feels
No crazy
safe.
minigame.
And
I
when
wish
you
there
come
was.
very close
You
with
could have
the
incorporated a
Chocobo,
mini game. That
you
would have been
like
pretty
Chocobo
good.
because
I
you
wish
have
there
this
was an actual
bond in your
minigame to
heart.
it.
There should have been a mini game.
Oh, and you can provide the Gizzard green.
That was a
When you
radish.
explore the world map, you will be utilizing Chocobo quite a lot, not just riding, but it has various parts. And you're able to customize.
Cloud does look like a
so you're
chocobo a
able
bit
to customize
'cause of
your
his hair.
Chocobo and create your own Chocobo as you explore the world map. So cute. You feel
This
like
scene
this
is
sense
doing
of
a lot for me right
affinity.
now.
Red 13 seems to be very wary. So I think they might be feeling something.
What are you sensing, boy?
He's a bit hungry, so he's going to go back to the branch. So it looks very
I hope
happy.
so.
So he's come back. So as you just saw,
That's pretty
the
cute,
world
though.
is vast, which I think we've been conveyed.